Welcome to Christy's Club!
Welcome to my vlog. I will
You
stop.
can just take it over.
Stop.
You just do it again.
Okay, guys. Today we're gonna talk about how we meet each other.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. You know, I paid a friend of Christy's a lot of money, and then now I own her. So that's pretty much how it happened. I paid, and she showed up at my door. I was like, no. The story started long before we actually met. I was in this really horrible relationship with another woman about a year before I met Christy, and when we finally split, and I moved into this house here, and I resumed a lot of contact with a lot of people I hadn't talked to in a while, and one of those people was my friend Lovely. Actually, Christy's best friend and I dated for a little bit. I think 6 or 7 years ago. 7 years ago, yeah, about 7 or 8 years ago. But I reached out to Lovely and talked to her for a bit, and then slowly we started talking about relationships. I'm not allowed. I'm allowed to have my hand here. And I asked her if she knew somebody who might want to date.
Yeah, and the time I'm still in Singapore processing my papers.
Yeah, so we weren't talking about her at all, like not her. But we were talking about Filipina, and
yeah.
Actually, Lovely's first thought was setting me up with another friend of hers, but she decided against that. And then she spent like, I don't know, half a year telling me that Christy wasn't ready to meet me yet. Which was fine, which was completely fine. I wasn't ready to meet Christy either. I was in a bad place. And then finally Lovely caved, and I got in touch with Christy. I think she also recommended Christy got in touch with me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Which Christy then did. And
we started talking at the Facebook, right?
Yeah, we did. Well, we didn't really talk. You said hi.
Yeah.
And I said hi back, and then Christy's not the best person to talk to. She's not really good at keeping a conversation going. She gets really shy.
No, it's because you never. You just say. I just say hi. And you said hi, then I didn't
know who she was. I didn't know who she was. She just all of a sudden contacted me out of nowhere. Like, you know those random people who write to you on spam and stuff? I thought she was one of those. But then I realized, I wrote Lovely, you know, this Christy, she's a friend of us. Oh, yeah, I told her to contact you. Okay, so I talked with Christy. I think we talked for about, I don't even think we talked about a day before we talked about it.
Yeah, it's 2019, right? We started talking.
Yeah, we started talking in June or July 2019.
Yeah, July.
Yeah.
At the time that we're going to holiday in Paris.
You were going to Paris, yeah. With Lovely and Brian, yeah. And we only talked for about a couple of days before we set up a date.
Yeah.
And then I drove to Vordingborg to pick her up where she was staying with Lovely and Brian, and
yeah, exactly.
We went out to dinner, and well, it was supposed to be dinner.
Yeah, exactly. It's dinner.
No, it wasn't a dinner, because when we got to the restaurant, Christy...
Around 5 o'clock.
Yes, but when we got there, Christy didn't want food. No. Christy sat down, looked over the menu, and went, "Ooh, chocolate cake!" And then she ordered chocolate.
What I want, and yeah.
I told her she could get anything she wanted.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to eat pasta or anything. It's because when we eat, when we eat pasta, it seems like you're messy or you're very messy.
And then you thought if you're ordering chocolate cake would be less messy.
Cake. Exactly. So it's easy to okay.
So she sat there eating chocolate cake.
Yeah.
It was really hard talking to Christy, actually. It was. I'm a shy person myself, and then talking to a girl.
No, you talk a lot.
Well, I had to. You didn't say anything.
And anyway, I order is chocolate milkshake also. So
oh yeah, she also chocolate.
It's also chocolate.
And I was sitting there eating my my tomato salad on the other side of the table. But Christy didn't really say much during our first date. Leave my hand alone, otherwise I'm going to put it somewhere you don't like.
stuff.
But she didn't really say much. So I had ended
No,
up
it's because
talking
I'm
a lot.
shy, of course.
Yes, but I was shy too, but I had to talk anyway.
It's because you talk, but you talk a lot. Seems
Yeah, I had
like
to.
everybody can hear.
Well, I had to. You weren't saying much. And then
I'm just only in front of you. I'm not, and you just talk. Blah, 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 blah. Can't stop.
she didn't really say much, like at all. And I tried asking her, like all the normal dating stuff you do, like your parents, your siblings, your family, your job. What have you done before coming to Denmark? And she was like, yeah, not much. And then, like, do you have a mom? Yeah. Okay. Well, how old is she? I don't know.
Nah, I never say that.
No, but it was like one word answers.
No, after we just talk and talk about myself, about yourself, and after that,
You didn't talk that much. No, you
yeah,
didn't.
it's because I'm shy, of course.
Yeah, but then that's what I mean. Like I ask you questions and you reply very, very short. So
Yeah.
it was a little hard keeping a conversation
It's
going.
just a normal. It's because it's just the first.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just hard.
Yeah, and then after we eat, then we just go out and walk all the way to the parking.
No, we didn't. We went to see the ruins
Oh
first,
yeah, we're going to.
and then down by the inlet, the water,
Yeah.
by the water.
Mm.
Wanted to take you out for ice cream, but you just eaten cake, so I didn't think ice cream was appropriate.
No.
And then we walked back to the car, and I drove her back home, and then she
No,
stormed
anyway,
through the door.
we're going back all the way to his car, and he told me that my leg is pain.
No, my feet. Oh God, goodness.
Oh yes,
My feet.
his feet is pain, and he's removing his shoes, and he walked all the way with his socks.
Yeah, I walked about 500 meters with my
500.
socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to, well, like, I had these humongous blisters on the back of my heels.
Yeah.
My heels were raw, completely bloody by the time we got back to the car. And for the next 2 weeks, I had to walk around at home with sandals on because I just had these huge blisters on the back of my head.
Yes.
It's horrible. And then she left for Paris.
Yeah, for 4 nights and 5 days.
Yeah, so she was gone almost a week, and then she came back, and it was just August had just started, and I was back at work.
Yeah.
I worked like about an hour. It took me about an hour to get to work from here, so I spent like 2 hours a day in the car.
Yeah, and we never talk after that, right?
We talked a little bit on Facebook, talked about doing it again, but
wait again.
But you were busy. I was really busy. We were planning our school trip. We're going to Berlin with our 8th grades, and
yeah, I remember, and you sent me a picture.
We were so busy, and then when I got back, I think like was it a week or so after I got back, we got back from Germany that you and I saw each other again.
Yeah.
And I picked you up at Lovely, and you came here, and yeah. I think that's about the last time that was about when it became official.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we were dating.
Official, you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah.
And 2020?
2019.
No, I mean 2020.
What?
Oh, nothing.
No, and then but there's not really much more to the story than that. There wasn't anything interesting or exciting that happened in that regard. We just met, and it didn't really click in the first, but the more we were together, the easier it became.
Yeah.
And we've had our ups and downs, like every other couple does. We fight, we sort out.
We're always fighting, and we always are good.
Yeah, we've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
Pretty well, we practiced a lot. We still argue about whether or not Christy needs to tell me if she wants to be picked up, so she doesn't tell me like 5 minutes before. That's actually a really funny story I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, it's very funny because I always ask him to pick me up at the Ringstel station in the last minute because I'm really get tired to take train all the way to his place. I'm very impatient person.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You should see her trying to. She's got a puzzle she's trying to put together now. I think she's like
Yeah.
with the
And
pieces a few times.
I always angry if I say I want now, I want you to pick up me now or about this, and they say can't. It's because it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christy had a hard time. I don't know if you had a hard time grasping, but accepting that it took me 50 minutes to drive to Ringsted to get her, and
It's
she would
1
call me.
hour.
I'm in Ringsted now, babe. Come pick me up. Like I can't still.
It's 1 hour.
Yeah. The best thing the most fun, or the most annoying thing you've done to me was probably when you called me wanting me to pick you up, and I was like, yeah, I want to pick you up, but you need to let me know in time. So there was a point in time where I had actually driven halfway there, and she calls me and tells me, oh, I'm gonna be late, I'm not coming, or I can't be, I'm gonna be late. I'm sitting there halfway there in the car, just going, you couldn't have told me earlier. There's also been a time when you had to wait for me because you didn't tell me when you were coming. So half an hour before she was at Høje-Taastrup, and she called me and said, I'm here now. And I went, well, it takes me 40 minutes to get there, and I haven't even showered or done anything yet, so you'll have to wait for me. So she sat there and waited an hour.
Yeah.
We had a lot of arguments about that in the beginning.
Yeah, he used to it. And he just stop.
Yeah. Well, it just doesn't. That's the good thing about being the guy with the car.
Exactly.
And she's gotten better at it actually. Now she tries to plan things. She still only sometimes gives me 24 hours warning. Like, babe, lovely and Byron coming tomorrow.
Yeah, and 2020 when the coronavirus started, we never see each other about 3 months, I think.
Yeah, we just finished the kitchen remodeling. My stepdad came and helped put the kitchen in order. Christy was here. We did that, and then I have pictures of Christy being here. Well, I know she was here because her shirt is hanging on a chair, and her clothes weren't here unless she was. And
yeah,
that was about the end. That was at the end of
February. The thing is the last. And March is starting the corona and
COVID started.
So 3 months.
Yeah, we didn't see each other until June actually.
Yeah.
So it was a little over 3 months. Yeah. I had her on the phone every day, pretty much.
Yeah, every day. It's because I'm getting bored, or I can't go out, or I can't do anything. It's because me and my host family were staying at the summer house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything. So I can't travel by car, I can't travel by train or bus. It's because of the lockdown. And
I even offered to come pick her up.
But also I can't. It's because I can't see anybody or I can't see people.
We went through 3 months of that.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was fair enough in the end, at least. In the beginning,
it's very tough situation the time.
Yeah, it was. But in the beginning, it was a little. We had a hard time getting used to it, both of us, because I wasn't working. I was like the first part then the first lockdown we had. Like I got sent home immediately. I'm a teacher, so I got sent home first, and then the lockdown gradually escalated from there.
Yeah,
exactly. But I had no contact with other people, and Christy was still not allowed to come here.
No.
That was a little bit weird to us both. But then I started to back up with work, and Christy, it started making more sense. Like I had the first wave of kids who came back to school, and then the second wave, and then we didn't really see each other until the end of June, where you came here for a weekend, and then you came here for your holiday.
I think we just see each other after that you go to summer house and pick me up. Yeah, and then you send me home to Middelfart because I can't travel by train. Yeah,
no, I picked you up in Middelfart. That was the first time we saw each other for 3 months, when Mille asked me to come there.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so I drove all the way to Middelfart, and for those of you who don't know how far away that is, it's 2.5 hours drive each way. And I drove all the way there to meet Christy's host family and to assure them that I wasn't a horrible person who would who would treat her badly, or who would infect her with corona, go around rubbing her little kids all over her face and stuff so she can get really sick.
Yeah, it's because the corona is not really good.
No. And then we spend a week in the summer, and just generally try to see each other every weekend, or every other weekend at the least.
Yeah, because we always good with my me and my host family. We just go always. We just go in summer host seems like summer. We just stay there for.
You've been there for 3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
But they still went there, like every week or every other weekend they went there, and normally they would drop Christy off somewhere on the way, and I would pick her up.
Yeah.
And drop her off again, that's how it worked, and then
yeah.
It wasn't
but we
easy.
survived.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But it's been rough, like it.
Yeah, it's very rough, and yeah.
But Corona is not the only thing that's been rough for us. Like we've had a lot of learning to do, both of us, with different people, very different, and we have different interests, and that's actually really, really hard for us because we really have different interests.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of the things we do share is YouTube and streaming. We do share that. Christy started it, and I used to do it a lot, mostly gaming back in the day. But I stopped. I think that was my ex. She couldn't handle it. She hated that I did it. I actually really liked doing it, and I just stopped. And then Christy started doing it here, and we talked about it. And Christy just looked at me and went, "Why don't you just start doing it again?"
Yeah.
And I couldn't actually answer her. I didn't know what to say. She made a good point. Why didn't I just start again? So I did.
Yeah. And after that, we just talk, and we just see each other every weekend, and and
we got engaged.
Yeah, October.
No, earlier.
Is October.
No, we got engaged way earlier. That was back in
August.
back in July, end of July.
Yeah.
And then we got married in October.
He proposed with me. July.
End of July. Yeah.
End of July, and we'll get married.
She was really surprised.
We get married October 30.
31st.
31?
31st, yeah.
October 30.
31st.
Yeah, 31?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I forget. We get married October 31, 2020.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
It was
it's Halloween
weird.
Wedding.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird.
Yeah, and it's a Corona wedding.
We had this nice plan. We booked this venue. We actually both really liked it.
Yes.
Family was helping out. Like we had this really great
We
idea.
have a big plan, or we have a lot of guests, and
a lot of food.
A lot. We order food, but everything is just
literally the week before.
It's the
1 week before.
1 week before
it get changed from 35 to
10 person. So everything is not easy, and we just cancel all the food, all the venue, and all my guests is just.
And then my family stepped up. Well, actually, everybody stepped up. I left my job last summer. I left my job, and I started a new job and a new school closer to where we live.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with my colleagues and my work. But I remember the whole way up to our wedding, from the moment it happened, like my colleagues were just talking to me constantly trying to help. And when they finally said that, well, you know what, it's going to be 10 people, one of my colleagues stepped up and he went immediately, you know what,
it's disaster.
Yeah, and he just went, you know what, we'll fix this. And he sent me a link to the law, and then to some of the laws, and he pointed out to me that we were allowed to gather in a private home. They couldn't stop that. So we did that. And if it hadn't been for him, we wouldn't have gotten our wedding the way we did. And my family stepped up big time. My big sister, if she ever sees this video, she deserves a massive hug for what she did. My mom and dad especially deserve basically all the credit. if it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't have had our wedding.
Yeah.
They
And all
cleared
my
out.
friends, yeah.
They cleared out the whole ballroom in my parents' place, and
Yeah, they helped me. They
yeah,
helped us.
yeah, and they did, and we all the food, instead of ordering food from outside, we cooked it ourselves, and
Yeah.
my mom stood in the kitchen and helped. My grandparents, everybody just gathered around us and helped. Lovely and Maribel came around and helped with the last few things before the wedding as well, and Lovely and Maribel were around Christy and helped her out on the day, and I don't know what we would have done without our friends and family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we fed.
Almost.
Yeah, so.
Well, it was a good day.
Yeah.
It was.
So.
We almost cried when she started walking out the aisle, both Christy and I, and we looked at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though she had a mask on. Oh, you should see the
I
picture.
really hate it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm wearing mask. Oh, I don't like, but I can't do anything. It's because the rules.
But when she saw me, her eyes got wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was finally happening.
So, that's all. That's our story. Or.
Well, there's more to it, isn't it? It hasn't been easy living together either, has it? We're learning. And it is rough, isn't it? Like we've had to make some promises to each other. We've had to talk a lot. We don't like talking a lot. Well, I do. Christy's not really a fan of talking a lot. But we've made each other a promise, and I think that's an important thing to point out, especially if there's other multicultural couples. We promised each other to be honest and to tell each other how we feel. We had this idea of the other person just having to read us and understand each other, but we realized that we don't understand each other many times, and it's important to tell.
Nobody is perfect, Vincent.
No, not at all. And I think it's working.
Yeah.
It's worked for us now that we've
we're
started
just
communicating.
trying, learn, and
Every day is a new experience. But there's nothing wrong with it. We enjoy each other. We enjoy each other's company. We love being around each other. Christy's just been away for 4 days helping our friends out now that they had their baby, and I've missed her. Like that, it's weird not having her around. I love having her around. I love waking up to her in the morning, especially when she's snoring.
Okay. Now it's got. So, can you say?
Bye, Christy's blog. Bye. See you next time. Remember, subscribe, like the video.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you liked.
And remember, I'm also on YouTube. I'm just kidding. Like Christy's videos. Kidding. Like it. She complains when you don't. No, she doesn't.
Stop. Can you say thank you?
Why would I say thank you? You forced me to do a video. Like the video, she'll beat me.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you. Have a nice day. Have a great day. Bye.